Because it's so easy for us to sit in our high horses and point fingers at everybody else because our mess is not on the streets, right? And we can kind of hide all our messes and point fingers at Will and Jada because their business is out there for everybody to consume. Hi guys, karibuni and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Faye and in today's video we are going to chat about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith because I think everybody and their auntie have been talking about these two, right? And we've all been sitting on our high horses kind of discussing these two and discussing how weird people in Hollywood are and what the heck is going on with them and their marriage and blah 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 blah. High horses all the way. So now I wanted to come up in here and just kind of chat about it from the perspective of how this actually can apply to us, right? Because it's so easy for us to sit in our high horses and point fingers at everybody else because our mess is not on the streets, right? On these Instagram streets, social media streets. And we can kind of hide all our messes and point fingers at Will and Jada because their business is out there for everybody to consume. But I think every time we see something happening in society, it speaks to things that are happening within our homes and within our own private lives, and it's up to us then to kind of take the situation and see what we can learn from it so that we can avoid the mistakes that others have made. Cool? All right, so now if you have not heard about this thing, like I said, you just, I don't know, you've been living under a rock. Google it, YouTube it, go on to Instagram, there are memes galore. And yeah, basically Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith came out and basically had an open talk where Jada basically confessed that she cheated on her husband with a younger man who was also a family friend, and he was mentally ill, he was physically ill, and she just wanted to feel good, honey. She wanted to feel good, so she took advantage, or however you want to see it. Okay, some might say she didn't take advantage, but that's a conversation for another time. Okay, so they did their thing and she's there telling her husband about it. Now the word that she used for me is like so interesting, right? She used the word of the year, entanglement. Okay, now I actually don't necessarily think that she used the wrong word. Okay, reason being, right, that word entanglement speaks to like a mess. It speaks to like, you know, like when you have your earphones and you put them in your pocket and then you take them out of your pocket and they're all like messed up and just entangled. That is exactly what an affair is. It's you mixing yourself up with things that you're not supposed to have mixed yourself up with, and now you're left with like this really big problem, right? So I don't necessarily think she used the wrong word. I would perfectly describe it as an entanglement as well. What I do think she did wrong is she used that word so that she can shy away from taking responsibility from her own actions and from like being accountable for the role that she played in putting herself in that situation. So she was not owning up to her own BS, and that is the issue with her using the word, okay? And it had to get Will to kind of take her to that place and kind of get her to say, yes, I had an affair, for her to actually admit to what it actually was. Now, okay, now my thing is, right guys, whenever we get ourselves into a mess, we have two options, okay? Either you take accountability for the mess and you own up to your mess, or you kind of push responsibility away by blaming others, by blaming your feelings, blaming your emotions, blaming your environment basically. And I think those are that's like the main lesson that I took away from this as a person just watching it play out. Was I was just like, okay, in what areas in my life have I not taken responsibility for my actions, and instead used words to kind of shy away from taking responsibility or even taking accountability of the situation, right? And you can think about any kind of situation in your own personal life, be it at work, be it at home, be it with your friends, your family, and you can think of times when you shied away from it, right? Because the thing is, like I said, it's easy for us to sit on our high horse. However, when we break the issue down to pieces, we can actually see how we are very much like Jada Pinkett Smith, in that as humans, a lot of us don't like to take, don't like to take accountability for our actions. As humans, we would rather blame people around us for the way that we behaved. We would rather blame our emotions, and we would rather blame our environment, our society, our government, our boss, our colleagues, our friends for not doing their part and causing us to find ourselves in this situation. However, I feel like as a human, we all have been given free will. We've all been given the gift of choice. And so we all have that free will to decide what we want to do in any given situation. And we just need to come to a point where we count the cost of situations. And when we do end up making a bad decision, we should be big enough to be able to say, okay, I'm taking the consequences of my actions. I'm admitting where I did wrong, and I'm choosing to become a better person out of this situation, rather than blaming everything around me and in me, right? Because there's a big thing around these days where we blame our own emotions, right, for our situations. Okay guys, so that's kind of it for my video. Those are my initial thoughts of the whole situation. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that you're an accountable person? Do you think that you can improve in the areas of being more responsible for your actions and being more accountable when you do make mistakes? Let me know in the comment section, and and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.